Does your job, the weather, or your health have you feeling down? Jet Stream Aqua Massage is your answer to feeling better. Our hands-free massage will leave you feeling rejuvenated, relaxed, and restored. Our machines will relieve muscle tension and soreness, reduce pain, improve sleep and circulation, decrease muscle spasms, and increase your range of motion. If you suffer from diabetes, you'll be amazed at what our machines will do for your circulation and how it treats neuropathy. Stress, anxiety, depression, and everyday aches and pains are no match for Jet Stream Aqua Massage. Our beds will do more for you in 20 minutes than a traditional 1-hour massage. And at only $1 per minute, we'll save you time and money. Find us on Facebook, Jet Stream Aqua Massage. It's not just a massage, it's an experience.
Do you wake up in the morning in a slump? Looking for a new career or change of pace? Well, let Northwest Trucking Academy be your source. Dave Stahl and his team of highly experienced instructors will give you the skills you need. Whether you have no idea what the brake pedal is, or you just need a refresher course, Northwest Trucking Academy will give you a customized training program to meet your needs. In as little as 4 weeks, you can be on your way across the country with your new career. Located on Highway 99 in Tangent, Oregon, Northwest Trucking Academy will get you ready for a new, fast-paced, highly rewarding career. Give them a call at 541-248-3461 or look them up online at nwtruckingacademy.com. Classes start the first Monday of every month, and don't forget to use promo code MOXIE. That's MOXIE, and receive $100 off your tuition.
Now back to Northwest Dirt News from the Jetstream Aqua Massage Studio, live on Spreaker Radio.
All right. Hopefully we've got that figured out.
Dude,
Jeez.
that was a mad rush.
You know, it's one little thing that just it can ruin it all, and hopefully we.
I'll tell you what, man.
That corrected.
We need to knock that off because it was insane.
I couldn't hear it. I wasn't out there, but so, man, are our phones blowing up or what?
Dude,
this is crazy.
I'm glad I got a 7 Plus, one of them new iPhones, because my screen is completely full of text messages right now. If I had my old Droid, wouldn't have happened.
Well, that's right. So anyway,
we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back.
I'm trying to figure this out real quick, making sure that the sound was good.
Sounds good now.
I changed it. Okay.
We got the producer running back and forth, and
oh gosh. So tonight, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna hit this head on, and we're going to do it. We're gonna talk about the latest news, and our first call-in guest should be calling in here anytime. And we will talk about some of the big stuff happening here in the Northwest. I know everybody has heard pretty much what it is, but how many questions have you and I received on this subject, and we're not even related to it in any way, shape, or form?
I know.
See, that's the thing. That's why I wanted to do this, was because everybody's, wanting us to answer the questions when we don't have any answers. We can't tell you what's going on. We don't understand how it happened, or, it's not even related to us in any way, shape, or form, but we're going to take it on tonight, and we're going to do the best we can to get the answers everybody wants.
And everybody deserves these answers. I think this is the question that's been on everybody's mind this entire weekend, a lot of racers' minds. And, from the response we've seen on our phones, the response we've seen on social media, I think this is going to be a great way to lead into the show and see what we can dig up here.
Absolutely.
100%.
So we're going to wait for that first call to come in, but what do you think about – I apologize the way the studio looks right now.
Oh, my gosh.
Is this nuts? I mean, this
is insane.
There's stuff everywhere. So go ahead and take that. Our first caller is on the air tonight. Our first caller is going to be Mr. Drake. Drake, from the owner of Coos Bay Speedway. Drake, are you there, bud? You there, Drake?
Sure here, yeah.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm I'm doing great. How are you?
We good. We've had a couple of technical difficulties early in the show. We've got those corrected. Hopefully, everything sounds like it's working according to our listeners that are sending us messages. But want to welcome you to the show. First time on it, Northwest Dirt News here in the Jetstream Aqua Massage Studio. Now, for those that don't know you, you are the current and the new owner of Coos Bay Speedway, and we wanted to tackle the issues of what you are doing and the latest breaking news that you've released recently. Let's go ahead and talk about that with the NASCAR deal and what your plans are in 2017.
Okay, well, I mean, obviously, we're no stranger to the Northwest scene. We spent a lot of time over here in Coos Bay, and it's nice to kind of come back home, so to speak. It kind of feels like a homecoming for us, after spending 5 years over here on the coast and being in Oregon for 9, and obviously we kind of moved away and went to the Midwest for a couple of years, and this deal opened up for us, and it's just a good opportunity to come back over here. We didn't realize how much we really missed the ocean and just kind of the cool weather and all that good stuff that you have over here on the coast until we were back in the Midwest where it's hot and you got corn and soybeans and it's just flat and it's kind of crazy. But so for us, just making that trek over there and making the trek back and now having a home base and a long-term plan, so to speak, is a pretty big deal for us. And we learned a lot being over there, and we're ready and excited to bring some of that stuff over here to the West Coast and try and give our racers a great place to race at. Coos Bay's always been a nice facility. Chuck Prather's done a great job in all the capital improvements, and he's put his heart and soul into it. And we're excited to just kind of jump on and kind of continue the legacy that he's tried to build over the last 12, 15 years, however long that he's been here. And with that, obviously we did do a release that we're going to be a NASCAR sanctioned racetrack this year, and it's kind of oddball for Oregon or a lot of on the West Coast. It's really oddball for dirt tracks. We're one of 10 dirt tracks in the nation that's going to be rolling with this sanctioning. For me and my wife Kimmy, we just felt like we needed to do something to just kind of distinguish us from everybody else. Coos Bay has always kind of been a bottom of the totem pole, so to speak, of racetracks. When you talk about racetracks in Oregon, if somebody says, racetracks in Oregon, what's the first one they say? They just say Cottage Grove or Willamette, and then they say Medford or Banks, and they're like, oh, Coos Bay has a racetrack? Well, they know Roseburg does. It's the only paved track in Oregon for the most part, other than Hermiston.
Right.
And so I just feel like that we needed to do something to put a wow and a bang factor out there. So it's not just, I want my local competitors to show up on Saturday, April 1st, when we have our first event, and I want them to say, wow, it's different, and not just rolling in going, okay, it's the same old thing, just Drake's here, So that's what we're really trying to do. We're trying to give everybody something that is kind of new, out of the box. I mean, it's nothing new. It's been around for a long time. But the NASCAR program is definitely going to be pretty cool for us. We've done some niches. I know some other promoters that utilize the program, and there's a lot of cool things that go along with it. You just got to utilize it and implement it and explain to everybody what it is, and so everybody can reap the benefits that are available from the sanctioning.
Let's take a few minutes to do that. Let's talk about the benefits, and let's talk about how the program works and kind of the hoops you had to go through, because you're coming from Macon, Illinois, Macon Speedway, which has a pretty good owner base over there. I mean, look at the guys that are involved in that racetrack. Are you taking some of what you learned there and bringing it back to Coos Bay?
Well, I mean, we learned a lot, and it's not just in the sanctioning body that we learned. I mean, it wasn't even NASCAR sanctioned over there. We had NASCAR nights where Tony Stewart and Kenny Schrader and Kenny Wallace, they'd come to town, and, those were big nights for us. But the sanctioning itself, the Macon thing was a hell of an experience. I mean, there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'd still be over there today if this opportunity didn't arise. I went over there with a 5-year plan, and it got cut short by 3. So, I learned a ton over there. You can't even put it into words. It was just some crazy racing that they do over there. Macon was a UMP sanctioned racetrack. They were part of Hell Tour, where they do like 29 races in 31 days over there with the Summer Nationals.
Mm-hmm.
Had Lucas Oil Dirt late model race over there. But not only were we involved with Macon Speedway, we had Lincoln Speedway, which was 45 miles away. Bob Sargent, who was one of the co-owners over there, operates the ARCA races on dirt at Springfield, Illinois. And he also does the DeCoin Mile, the one that you see on TV. He runs races at the Lucas Oil Raceway. He's the promoter of the Hoosier 100 in Indianapolis. The list kind of goes on and on and on. So for me, it was just a huge eye-opener. Not only did we have a Saturday night track that ran every Saturday night, but Thursday nights we were down in Terre Haute operating a racetrack because he had that too. We had 6 special events that we did over there, and some Friday nights we were doing Lincoln every other week on Friday nights, and it's pretty insane the stuff that they did over there, and it was a big eye-opener, let's put it that way.
Well, that's a heck of a resume to bring with you back to Coos Bay, and the personnel that you got to work with. Like you said, a lot of knowledge there. I'm sure you gained a lot back there. And, when we spoke earlier in the week on the phone, you said that, you mentioned that you had a 5-year plan, and it was cut short by 3 years because this opportunity arose. I mean, this track has got to be something you really believe in to give up what you had going on back there to come out here and do this.
Well, my whole thing, Corey, is I've always wanted to have a place of my own. That's been kind of my whole goal, since I moved to Oregon, really in 2007 to do the pavement deal with my brother. And so, for me to have an opportunity that I can call a place my own and call the shots, so to speak, without having to ask for permission, is just something that I want, and I've done any and everything that there is to do with promoting or being involved in stuff. I guess the only difference now is that my own money's on the line, so it's time to put up or shut up. I'm either gonna make it, or we're gonna go broke trying hard. So
the life of a track promoter.
Absolutely.
You sound like a track promoter now, Drake.
I sound like a track promoter.
It's a lot of work. That's a lot of work, and like you said, when it's your own money on the line, it's go time. It's make or break it, and you've kind of set yourself apart from everybody else in the Northwest with the NASCAR sanctioning. And how did you get Wheeling involved with all this? And let's kind of talk about that whole process and how you think things are going to go at Coos Bay this year.
Okay, well, the NASCAR and the Wheeling All-American Series is, it's something that any track can be a part of. I mean, any track could sign up for it. They made a trip out here when, once I kind of contacted them and said, hey, that we were interested, and we, kind of did some negotiations, and Kevin Neveline from NASCAR flew out from Daytona and flew over here and kind of came and did an inspection of the facility and wanted to make sure that, I'd say any track could do it, but, they wouldn't go to some podunk deal that's got, T-posts in the ground, and, if it's a podunk racetrack, they're not going to sanction it.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
I guess what I'm getting at is Kevin came out here, he gave us the thumbs up, said absolutely it's a beautiful facility, I don't see anything wrong with it, and we all just kind of moved forward from there. And it's, for me to be able to partner with NASCAR means that we have a really good branding. We have the number one brand in the nation to be able to utilize, and not a lot of people know what UMP is. We all do in the dirt world. We know what UMP modified or UMP dirt cars are, but the average fan doesn't. And to be able to say, come watch the NASCAR late models, that brand just kind of clicks a little bit. They might not know what a NASCAR late model is, but they do know, they have heard the word NASCAR. So
exactly, yeah.
See, Corey,
having that branding name. What's that?
See, Drake, this is Joel, and I hate to interject, but I just want to point something out to Corey. NASCAR is not all bad.
I didn't say it was all bad. I don't like what they've done on the asphalt recently. This whole deal here